while one with soft enamoured breath rekindled all the fading melodies with which, like flowers that mock the corse beneath, he had adorned and hid the coming bulk of death. O weep for Adonais, he is dead. Wake, melancholy mother, wake and weep. Yet wherefore? Quench within their burning bed thy fiery tears, and let thy loud heart keep, like his, a mute and uncomplaining sleep. For he is gone where all things wise and fair descend. O dream not that the amorous deep will yet restore him to the vital air. Death feeds on his mute voice, and laughs at our despair. Most musical of mourners, weep again, lament anew, Urania. He died who was the sire of an immortal strain, blind, old, and lonely, when his country's pride, the priest, the slave, and the liberticide, trampled and mocked with him many a loathed rite of lust and blood. He went unterrified into the gulf of death. But his clear sprite yet reigns o'er earth, the third among the sons of light. Most musical of mourners weep anew, not all to that bright station dared to climb, and happier they their happiness who knew, whose tapers yet burn through that night of time in which suns perished. Others more sublime, struck by the envious wrath of man or god, have sunk extinct in their refulgent prime. And some yet live, treading the thorny road which leads through toil and hate to fame's serene abode. But now thy youngest, dearest one has perished, the nursling of thy widowhood, who grew like a pale flower by some sad maiden cherished, and fed with true love tears instead of dew. Most musical of mourners weep anew. Thy extreme hope, the loveliest and the last, the bloom whose petals nipped before they blew, died on the promise of the fruit, is waste. The broken lily lies, the storm is overpast. To that high capital where kingly death keeps his pale court in beauty and decay he came, and bought with price of purest breath a grave among the eternal. Come away, haste, while the vault of blue Italian day is yet his fitting charnel roof, while still he lies as if in dewy sleep he lay. Awake him not. Surely he takes his fill of deep and liquid rest, forgetful of all ill. He will awake no more, oh, nevermore. Within the twilight chamber spreads apace the shadow of white death, and at the door invisible corruption waits to trace his extreme way to her dim dwelling place. The eternal hunger sits, but pity and awe soothe her pale rage, nor dares she to deface so fair a prey, till darkness and the law of change shall o'er his sleep the mortal curtain draw. O weep for Adonais, the quick dreams, the passion-winged ministers of thought, who were his flocks, whom near the living streams of his young spirit he fed, and whom he taught the love which was its music. Wander not, wander no more from kindling brain to brain, but droop there whence they sprung, and mourn their lot round the cold heart, where after their sweet pain they ne'er will gather strength or find a home again. And one with trembling hands clasps his cold head, and fans him with her moonlight wings, and cries, Our love, our hope, our sorrow is not dead. See on the silken fringe of his faint eyes, like dew upon a sleeping flower, there lies a tear some dream has loosened from his brain. Lost angel of a ruined paradise, she knew not 'twas her own, as with no stain she faded, like a cloud which had outwept its rain. One from a lucid urn of starry dew washed his light limbs as if embalming them. Another clipped her profuse locks, and threw the wreath upon him like an anadem, which frozen tears instead of pearls begem. Another in her wilful grief would break her bow and winged reeds, as if to stem a greater loss with one which was more weak, and dull the barbed fire against his frozen cheek. Another splendour on his mouth alit, that mouth whence it was wont to draw the breath which gave it strength to pierce the guarded wit, and pass into the panting heart beneath, with lightning and with music. The damp death quenched its caress upon his icy lips, and as a dying meteor stains a wreath of moonlight vapour which the cold night clips, it flushed through his pale limbs and passed to its eclipse.